So I'm excited to talk about something I never talk about on this channel. Marathons, 26.2 miles. Tomorrow, October 26, 2025, I will be running my 10th Marine Corps Marathon. Love this race. It used to be a yearly staple for me and something I really love doing. And prior to COVID, I kind of fell out of marathon training and ventured into ultra marathon training. I fell in love with trail running and moving away from road races, stayed much healthier, less injuries, all of that. And I stopped chasing PRs and marathons. I did run some marathons after I got into ultras, and I just would use them as a training run. Love the event. Just go out and be around the cheering and the excitement, because if you've run a marathon, you know how exciting those are with the big crowd and the music, and especially the Marine Corps marathon. It is a really fun marathon. It's steeped in military history, and it's in Washington, D.C., and it's just, they have flyovers, and it's just a really cool race. It's well supported. It's a lot of fun. You can see a lot of cool things. So it's something I love doing, and I had planned on doing it like every year for my life. And then kind of fell out of it a little bit, and then COVID hit, and I did some home marathons, some 50K. They have a 50K version. Did a couple of those. And I do believe this is probably the first official road marathon, non-virtual event. Actually, we'll have to go to it in probably close to 10 years. And this will be my 10th one. So I'll get my 10-year patch back here. Where is it? Back here I have all my patches from the Marine Corps marathons. I got my 5-year patch, and I'll be getting my 10-year patch. And I'm super excited about that because I find my OCD loves achieving things with numbers. I don't know. So it's going to be fun. But with that being said, I'm going to give some advice. I have friends that are running the Marine Corps Marathon. I know people that I've run with and have helped them train for this specific race. And I have some advice. This is advice from all the years I've been watching people run marathons, and specifically the Marine Corps Marathon. It's usually pretty cold in the morning, and which I like. I like cold. I want it to be 62 or below on every race I ever do, no matter what the distance is. But I'm going to give you 5 pieces of advice right now. If you have never run the Marine Corps Marathon or a marathon that could be used for any of those things, I'm going to give you some advice here. So the first piece of advice before running an ultra marathon is, especially if you're a novice, watch what you eat the day before. Sleep well the day before. This is going to be kind of a 2 thing. So, the 2 days going up to it, get enough sleep and watch what you eat. Don't go crazy trying all kinds of new foods and overeating. Overeating the night before creates some issues during race day, if you can imagine. So steer clear of eating too much and steer clear of not getting enough sleep, at least that week. I mean, I would highly suggest spending a week catching up on your sleep and making sure that you're rested, because it's going to be an early day. You want everything hitting on all cylinders. You want to be rested and well, healed up from all of the training and things like that. So number 2, don't eat after 7 or 8 at night. This is what I've done, and it's helped me not have to worry about bathroom breaks in marathons. This is something you have to worry about in ultras too, but in marathons, the higher threshold type running, it just seems to trigger more of gut issues, at least in my experience, and I've seen with other people. So I found that like cutting off eating at a certain time at night helps you process all that food, so you don't have to worry about it the next day, and then that gives you time in the morning to get something in your stomach, and you know what I'm saying. Clear everything out. Clear it out so you're nice, light, aerodynamic, and you're not going to have stomach issues. Eat 2 to 3 hours beforehand. That's a kind of good rule. Usually when I get up, I usually get up at like 4 something, and I don't feel like eating at all. Even in ultra marathons, I do not feel like eating before a race. It's just, it's counter to everything my body's telling me. But you have to do it. And I've learned that if I can get probably 300 to 400 calories, 3 to 4 hours, well, not 4, probably 2 to 3 hours before the race, I'm well fueled for the first couple hours of that race. And that helps me not fall behind the 8 ball on fueling. You're definitely going to want to make sure you're still taking in fuel. I feel like in marathons, I feel like I burn a lot more just because I'm trucking at a higher RPM, carrying my big butt down the road. So, I try to take a gel in every 30 to 35 to 40 minutes, just like I probably would in an ultra sometimes. It's probably difficult for some people. Some people could probably go without eating anything. I just want you all to think about it. If you train fasted or if you're training fueled, you should probably do the same thing in the race. That way, when you hit that 4 hour mark, if you're going beyond that and you hit that bonking stage around the 4 hours or 19 or 20 miles, it makes it a little easier. And I would bring some gels. So prior to that bonking mark, take some gels in before then. So it kind of help fuel you through those as your glycogen levels crash and you start to feel like crap. One of the things I've noticed the most, and it's just because I'm standing at the starting line, a lot of people that are new overdress. They overdress for a day that's, sometimes in the 30s. The Marine Corps Marathon, I think tomorrow will be like 39 in the morning. It'll be crisp. It will be nipply. But if you can survive a little bit of that time, as soon as you start moving, you'll be fine. And I would highly suggest not wearing full body sweatsuits and all. I see all kinds of crazy stuff. People with like 14 water bottles and like running full body running gear. And like, you're going to burn up within the first half a mile. It's going to be hot as soon as you start moving. So I would dress like it's going to be 60 because it's going to be probably 62, 66 as high in the day, which is hot for a marathon. Sometimes in the later stages, it just feels really hot. So just dial that in. And how I do that is because a lot of times before the races, most of the time you have to throw your clothing you have on aside and it gets donated or thrown away. So I don't like wasting stuff. So I'll take old socks, like tube socks, and I'll cut the feet off of them and I'll put them on my arms. So my arms are covered. Not going to waste good purchase sleeves for that kind of stuff. And yeah, when the race starts, I take those off, chuck them. I will wear previous year. I usually have them hanging up. I got one. Where is it? I can't point to stuff in the back. You can't see it. Like they give you sometimes the little mylar blankets and so mylar, well, reflective blankets to keep you warm, and sometimes the little cotton jackets they give away for free. I usually keep those, and then I wear them the next year, and that way I always have them. So I would just suffer through it a little bit in the morning. That way, when you chuck your stuff over, if you wear a sweatshirt you don't care about, or go buy a sweatshirt at a thrift store or something, that way you're not just throwing away money and it can be used for someone else. That's probably my biggest bit of advice is dressing too warm. I do see people struggling a lot because they wore too much clothing because they're dressing for the low temperature, not realizing once they start moving and the sun comes up and you're going to be burning up, and it just makes for a miserable day overdressing. So this is going to be my first official road marathon in about 10 years, maybe a little bit less than that. I'd have to go look what this patches say back there. You think I'd remember, but I've run, I think, about 27, 28 ultra marathons now, and this will be my 10th marathon. And I'm pivoting right now after my last ultra fail. I think I'm going to start focusing back on getting in better physical shape, working out, getting my muscles strong again, dropping weight, getting faster. So I'm going to probably focus on some 50s and some 50 milers and 50Ks. And then not get into the habit where I think the 100 miles is the mark I got to hit all the time. Am I done with hundreds? I don't think so. But I think I got to go back to building the base again and getting mentally strong again and ensuring that my ankle is healed up, which was the problem in the last one. And building up the confidence again, because it was shattered a little bit after that last time. Just having an ankle issue in 2 races back to back is not fun. So that's my bit of advice. Have fun out there. If you're running a marathon tomorrow, good luck to you in the Marine Corps Marathon. Have fun, cheer each other on, and see you at the finish line. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.